everybody, Lori here from Unique the Creek, and today I'm going to be doing a character board with this really cute UITC vinyl, and I'm going to do something similar I've done before. However, I didn't get a chance to edit that other one. There was so much talking, so I'm going to do this more of a tutorial style, so I can put this on our YouTube channel. Okay, so if there's any questions, just ask. Yeah, if there's any questions, just ask. Somebody will be able to answer your questions. Sorry. And yes, I am feeling better today. Finally, 6 days. This infection is really kicking my butt. So this, what I'm going to do today is really easy. It's great for a beginner. We're not going to use a ton of supplies or anything. We're going to do a little fun little thing to our bee. I have some really cute picks that I might put in. So I have these picks. I have this really cool, these cool flower picks. I got these a long time ago and I haven't used them. So I think I'm going to play a little bit with this one because there is not a lot to this wreath, okay? So I'm going to bring you guys down to the board. And before I forget, happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Well, it's officially tomorrow. I'm going to try and go live tomorrow because I got this sign made. Look at this gorgeousness. And it's got sparkles and everything on it. I already put my cable mounts on the back, so I might go on live and do her tomorrow. And this was painted for me by Art by Odette. So tomorrow, make sure you stay tuned because I will give you all the information for this. And you wouldn't believe the price she's charging. It's really, really inexpensive. And the detail is just absolutely fabulous. So I'm going to do this tomorrow, and I'll go get more about this one tomorrow, so you might want to jump on if you know a mermaid lover. So this character board, I am going to be using black. Now, this is a very similar to poly burlap black. I have heat sealed it, and I cut them 10 by 10, okay? So we're going to be using black. We're going to be using yellow and black, and then we're going to be using white. Okay? Oh, there's Michelle Odette. So, I was just talking about you, Michelle. I'm going to be doing your beautiful mermaid. Guys, it is fabulous. Fabulous. I put my mounts on it, so they'll be dry for tomorrow. Michelle, if you want to let people know how much these are going to cost and where they can buy them, before you run out. But I will be doing this tomorrow, guys. Okay? Okay. So what I like, again, 10 by 10 black, yellow and black, and white. Okay? So you need 8 white, 8 yellow and black, and 8 just black 10 by 10 pieces. We're going to do little bows, and the ribbons I chose, I didn't want to go too extreme bee inspired because the sign for the center of the character board is so stinking cute. So I picked my go-to, and I found another roll I didn't have. This is my absolute favorite ribbon. I don't know why, but I love, love, love this ribbon. They may have some on Craft Outlet still, and the code is RG0193502. So if you're in love with this like I am, because it pretty much matches anything, anything summery, this is my go-to. Okay, I am feeling a little bit better. I actually got dressed. I had a shower. I went to the pharmacy to pick up another prescription. So better than I was a few days ago. So I'm going to be using this 2.5-inch ribbon, and we're not using a lot. I'm just making some bows. I'm going to be using this 1.5 inch ribbon. It's like a gingham with black polka dots. I love this ribbon as well. Very cute. Like I said, I didn't want to put tons of bee stuff or bee ribbons and overload it, because I do have these little picks which I'm going to be pulling apart, and we'll be adding some of that into the wreath. Again, this is going to be a very simple wreath, so beginners, pay attention. Okay, my husband brought me a drink down. I have to drink lots and lots of fluids, so. Okay, so I'm starting. This is going to be like tutorial style. I've done this before. I won't be answering questions. However, there's lots of people on that will be answering questions, okay? So we're going to get started right now. Hi there, my name's Lori from Unique in the Creek, and today we're going to be doing a character board with this really cute Welcome to Our Hive vinyl insert. This is one of our new ones, and it was designed by J. Marie Designs. So we have an exclusive deal with J. Marie, Jana, and she makes some of our images for us, and we then take the images and make them into high resolution. Well, no, she does it in high resolution, but we turn them into vinyl decals. So this is the character board, and the character board is 16 inches in diameter. However, unlike the large board, which a lot of the flowers are made on, this board has a center that's completely solid, okay? The back pretty much looks the same except for with all the holes. So your customers really can't see the mechanics, what's going on in the front. The center is where we're going to put our vinyl decal. Okay, and I'm going to do a little fun thing with the vinyl decal. I'm going to add some glitter to the little bees' wings, okay? And we're going to use a little bit of Mod Podge. I have some ultra fine glitter, and so that just gives it a little sparkle. So you can do this to any of your vinyl inserts if you want to just give it a little bit of oomph, okay? So what you do is you're going to take your character board, and your top is these two holes where the number 1 is, and that's your top. So that's your hanging holes. So I'm going to put a zip tie in there right now. And you can use a zip tie, you can use a ribbon hanger. This might look really cute as a ribbon with a ribbon hanger, I'm not sure. But you just do it up, and then you just cut off the tail, and there you have a ribbon hanger. Or a hanger. You can use twine, rope, whatever you want, whatever you have. Okay, so that's our top. Now what I'm going to do is you're going to make sure your board is debris free, which it is. I'm going to peel this sticker right off, just like that. So this is garbage. And I just eyeball this. So the holes right below the number 1, going straight down to this one, is the complete center. Okay, so if you have the center of your decal and you just eyeball your decal, now they're really, really sticky, so try and get it right the first time if you can. So I kind of bend it into like a U shape, and I start with putting the middle down. And unlike the paper images that we sell, you do not have to you don't have to sand this. There, that looks good. So I've just eyeballed it so that my bees, because they seem to be in the center, line up with these holes, and none of the holes on row 2 are covered. Okay, and then just press it out from the middle to the outside. Just like that. Okay, you want to make sure there's no air bubbles. I must have had something there. I'm not going to pick it off. And then you can get a spatula. This is just one of those Betty Crocker spatulas from the Dollar Tree. I snagged it from Dave's baking drawer, so I kind of keep it down in my thing because this is really, really good to use just to give it a little more smoothing and get that adhesive to activate, because once you start smoothing it, the adhesive on these vinyls will activate and they stick really well. If you use a credit card or something, because there is a shine to this, you may scratch up the vinyl using a credit card. So that's why I always say, you know, get one of these spatulas. You can really go along with your hands because it's nice and soft too. Or there's the actual Mod Podge scrapers that you can use. So our frame is ready to go. It's ready to decorate. So our sign and our frame are all one unit now. I want to add a little pizzazz to my wreath. So I'm going to put a little bit of Mod Podge, as best as I can, just on the wings of our bees. So it gives it a little bit of shine. Oh shoot, no, Dave's not down here. Sorry. I'm so weak. Oh, I got it. Okay, so wherever you put Mod Podge and you put the glitter over top of the Mod Podge, that's where it'll stay, and it doesn't take very long to dry. So I'm just going to dip my brush. This is the only brush I could find. I wish I had a little finer one, but... And what I'm going to... Oh, put my glasses on. And what I'm going to do is just put some Mod Podge just on the inside of the bees' wings. Now, not going over the line, because I do want the lines of the wings to still be seen, so you can just, so you will be able to see that there's still like 4 wings. Okay, looks like the finer or the more, I'm just using the back of the brush because this one's a little wide. Now you don't have to do this, it's just something I wanted to do. And then wherever you put the Mod Podge and you sprinkle on your glitter is where the glitter will stay. So you want to make sure your Mod Podge is only where you want glitter. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to sprinkle some of this on. This is just normal glitter you get at any of the craft stores. And this won't take long to dry. Mod Podge takes very little time to dry. So you douse it pretty good. And this one's hard to see because it is so fine. There we go. Now I'm going to do the other bee. And like I said, this is just makes it a little bit more fun. You can add anything to your vinyls to make it pop a little more. Not the greatest brush, but I decided to do this at the last second. And the last one here. Oops. So if you have a finer brush, definitely go for the finer brush. Okay, so like I said, the glitter will only stick to wherever you put the Mod Podge. And give it a good... Now you can save your glitter if you once you tap this off, if you do it on like a piece of wax paper or something, you can save some glitter by, once you tap it off, you can fold up the wax paper and kind of make a funnel like with it and put it back in the jar. Okay, that's all I'm going to do with the bees right now. Okay, so we're just going to put this to the side for a sec. Doesn't take very, very long at all. Now, what I plan on doing is I'm going to be going on row 1. So this is row 1, and you'll see a line making the circumference around row 1. I'm going to be using the hole to the outside of the board, and I'm going to do 8 of them, and I'm going to be using black. Okay, so I'm going to use black, and then once I've done those 8, these holes on row 2 that only have 2 holes on them, they're going to go and have a black and yellow striped piece of mesh. And then the holes from that had the black mesh on it, so from here out, from here to here, they're going to get a piece of white. Okay, so we are going to, and again, I did heat seal this mesh because we are going to do like a sunflower petal, so you will see the edges. And this mesh I am using is very, very, very similar to a poly burlap. It's called wide stripe or wide strip or something. It doesn't come in very many colors. It comes in black, white, yellow, yellow and black, and white and black, and that's it. So what we're going to do is you're going to take your 10 by 10 piece, and in front of you, you're going to turn it into a diamond shape, just like this. And we are going to scrunch from the bottom corner all the way up to the top corner. Okay, and we have our zip tie on the board, and I just put it so it's an L shape. We're not going to load them closed. Sorry. Okay, let's start this. So scrunch, and what you're doing is you're dragging with your thumbs all the way up and pinching. You're using your Peter pointers and you're pinching, making like an accordion folds as you go up, just like that. Now you want to do this on a smooth surface, and I like to make sure when I'm finished that the corner of the diamond is down towards the table, and even when I start I do that. Okay, and once you got your petal formation, this is what you get, just like this. Very simple. We're going to flip it up, and I just kind of press down to make sure that both are pretty much the same length. Okay, take it in my fingers here, and where this curved part is, I'm putting it right on the board, and I'm going around the outside of the board and doing the zip tie up. Pull it nice and tight, and that's what you got. We're going to do 8 of them all the way around. So I won't cut these off until the end. So again, this one only has 2, this one has 3, that's another black piece. And I did do one similar to what I'm doing today, with a ladybug style, but I really needed to redo it because I do love this wreath. It turns out so super cute. It really does, and you don't use a lot of products, so I wanted to really redo it. I'm just kind of addicted to this new burlap stuff. Okay, diamond, curl down, corner to corner. So this is going to look like a half flower, half like normal wreath, like normal wreaths that you see. So it's different, and I think a lot of people that do make them, well, that have made them, they sell really well because you don't use a lot of material. You can actually price it at a really decent price that people can afford, and it's quick, very quick to do. This does cut and burn with a heat sealer very well. So we're still working on our wreath, even though we're letting our Mod Podge dry with our glitter. And what was I going to say? I can't remember now. Character boards are so fun. There's so much stuff you can do with them, and the fact that you don't have to wait for somebody to paint a sign, and you can order, you know, how many you want and get them really quick. It's kind of cool. Now we do offer paper prints for those of you that still like to Mod Podge, because there's a lot of you out there. We've sold a lot of paper prints because they're a lot cheaper. So if you buy like 20, I think they're like $1 each. And if you have gotten the knack of ordering the digitals from Staples or something, if that's your even better value, because you get the actual file and you can print off how many you want. And they're inexpensive. I think it's like 35 cents for a print. So you get them printed on 11 by 17 paper. And I just send my files right to Staples online. And then right now you can even pick them up curbside. But they have to be done on a laser printer, okay? Because if you do an inkjet, when you put the Mod Podge on your center, there's something under here, I probably didn't. You put the Mod Podge under on it without being laser print, the colors will run. Because a laser print, it actually burns the colors right into the paper, and inkjet is just ink on the paper. All right, last one on row 1. So again, I did 8 of the black, 10 by 10. And it does get like to be a pretty big wreath. Well, not too big. Perfect size for your door. All right, so we're done our black. So I'm going to go around and cut my zip tie tails off. So you can either use a zip tie gun if you've gotten one already. They're fairly inexpensive, and what it does is it pulls your zip tie and cuts at the same time, so it really saves on your hands. So there's a slit right on the zip tie gun. You slide that tail into that slit and just pull this trigger here, and as it pulls, it's tightening it, and then it cuts it when it's got tightened to the head. I'm gonna move some of this mesh. It's getting caught. You can do this with fabric mesh. It will look really nice with fabric mesh as well. With fabric mesh, it's a little trickier to heat seal fabric mesh. It is possible. I did it with my little one because my mom had asked me about heat sealing it, and I did it with the little cheap one I bought. It did work. However, I had to push down, I think it was 3 times with the heat sealer to actually cut through the fabric, to burn through the fabric. But once it started getting heated up, I only had to do it twice. And if it doesn't cut all the way through, that's okay. Go with some scissors and cut the strings, or with a rotary cutter, and that'll help, because it's the plastic that actually really frays a lot. So, all right, so we're done the first row. So now I'm going to go in with the second color, and where I'm going for this is on row 2, every hole, or every set of holes that only has 2. So it's every other one. So I'm going to go down and up, leave it open. I'm going to take my black and yellow, and I'm doing the exact same thing. 10 by 10, curl down, corner to corner, just dragging. And we want to make sure that the petals are around the same size. This one looks a little smaller. There we go. So I take it on the other hand, put it, the rounded part, right in between the 2 ends. Stop. And zip tie around it. Now the other one I did with the ladybug and stuff, I did put tails in the mesh as well. But this one I'm going to do a little simpler, just because I have some of these picks that I want to use. So I don't want to get too busy with it, because I'm trying to show you guys some inexpensive wreaths that you can make that turn out really, really, really pretty. Okay. Okay, so we got, and you can pre-make your petals too. I think I've shown you guys many times how to pre-make the petals with the elastic bands. Yeah, this striped mesh is really fun, especially for a bee, but we're just doing it for an accent color in between the black and the white. So you'll need 8 of these. And then once we're done this, we could probably, like once we're done our mesh, we could probably tap off our glitter that we put on at the beginning. So this wreath at the end will look like half flower. It's a hybrid. It's a hybrid wreath. It's half flower, half, I guess, wreath, because we're doing the flower petals. And then we're going to be adding some ribbon bows and some picks. So normally flowers don't have all that, but Unique Creek flower does. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and just preload all these ones I need to work on here. So, and it's every other one. So the other holes that are still showing, we're going to be using the white. Okay, so we've preloaded it. It just makes it a little easier. So we'll just pop all these yellow and black striped ones in there. So these will, when I'm finished putting the white in, you'll see the black and yellow peek through. so it won't be so in your face when we're done with it. So again, the mesh is cut 10 by 10, and each color you only need 8 pieces. So 8 black and yellow, and then 8 white. So with the 3 rolls of mesh, well, this is how much yellow. So with the if you get all 3 rolls of mesh and do it like this, you can do 3 wreaths with the 3 rolls of mesh. So that's not bad. Okay, one more. And this is one, of course, that you can definitely do in bed too. If you missed yesterday's, I did a live from and made a wreath in my bed because I was not feeling good. A roll of mesh is 10 yards long. And this is like, it's very, very similar to poly burlap, meaning it's very plasticky, but it doesn't have the poly burlap price tag. Now I know you can see the board right here, but you won't be able to when we're done our wreath. Okay, now we're on to the next color. So the next color is going where these black ones are. So if I flip it over, you can see there's still 2 holes right here that still need some mesh, and that's where the white are going to go. So I'm going to preload that again. It is wide stripe. That's all it's called. I know I had, on the Canadian site, I have some yellow. I don't know if it's sold out yet. So when I order mesh, I usually put it on our Canadian site first, and then a week later, whatever's left, I'll put on the American site. Only because it's not that we don't love our American customers, because we absolutely do. It's just there is no mesh online stores like the United States has to buy mesh and deco mesh and stuff. So I like to make sure that my Canadian customers get what they want before I offer it to the United States customers. You may want to check out Craft Outlet and Deco Exchange and possibly Waterman's Loft and Trendy Tree. All those may have some of this mesh. So when I'm done this live, I will put the SKU numbers for all 3 mesh on a post when I post the picture, and then you can just take those SKU numbers and go check out those places. Usually when I get this in, my yellow is gone instantly because it is, like I said, just like poly burlap, but half the price. Okay, so now we're going in with a white piece. Just like that. Oh, this is going to look so super cute. And like I said, it's a very, very easy wreath to make, and you can make any of our, like any center. It doesn't have to be the bee. We have over 500 centers that you can choose from, and you can do any of your wreaths on the character board like this. So it doesn't take very much time, and it doesn't take very much supplies, which is a good thing when you're actually selling your wreaths, because the less time a wreath takes, the more you can make. I do see a lot of wreaths out there that people are making with the wireframes with making the flowers, and they're saying it's 4 or 5 hours it takes them to make that flower wreath. And with the Unique in the Creek board, I can do a whole wreath from start to finish in half an hour. So time is money. So if you are cranking out a whole bunch of wreaths like this, you will have to factor in your time. And it's big. I don't know if you guys have ever seen a flower wreath made on the 8-inch wireframe, but they look a lot bigger on the pictures. They're kind of a little small, in my opinion. I must be biased though. Alright, so we're almost done. We'll shake our Mod Podges dry. And we'll shake off our glitter and start adding our ribbons and our picks. Now the picks I'm going to pull apart because you never want to just stick a whole pick in there, I guess. I don't know. It might be funny. I'll have to try it. Thank you all. I am feeling better today. It feels like it's been a long haul, and it's only been like 6 days when I got sick, so it just seems like I've been sick forever. I am going to go back and read all the comments after this live. If Tina Kelly hasn't answered your question, I'll go back and check all the comments and see if there's anything I can help you with. This will be posted on our YouTube channel as well. So for those of you that are new, we do have a YouTube channel, Unique in the Creek, and it has over 200 video tutorials on there. And it's all categorized. So if you have a horse board or a tree board and you don't know what to make, go onto our YouTube channel, go under the triangle board, and you'll be able to see all kinds of stuff that, you'll be able to see, oh, I like that one, and you can check it out to make sure you have all the material and stuff and make it. We also have some affiliate people that do a lot of Unique in the Creek work, and they have YouTube channels as well. And they have a lot of different stuff that I haven't done. So one of them is Monkey's Creations. She is one of our main influencers for Unique in the Creek. Another is Amy Rose Crafts. She has some great ones. She has a wicked imagination. So she does some really out-of-the-box things. So if you're looking for something different, definitely check out Amy Rose Crafts on YouTube. We have Isabel from Sparkles in the ATL. She has a great channel too. Again, she is one of those out-of-the-box thinkers. Connie, Wreaths by Connie M. She is our angel and rose guru. She does a lot of angels and roses, and she teaches really well. I'm not sure anybody else has an actual YouTube channel. We have a lot that have Facebook channels, but so anyways, if you're ever looking, if you don't see what you want on my YouTube channel, Unique in the Creek, most definitely go check out one of our affiliates because they probably have it. I tend to not like to do other people's wreaths. So if one of our affiliates has already done one, I don't like to copy. So check out all of them. You'll probably be amazed. Okay, so this is what we got so far. This is pretty big, eh? There's our back, nice and clean still. Just before I forget, if you are selling wreaths with the Unique in the Creek board, you can either sign and make a note on the back of your wreath. So if it's Mother's Day, make sure you sign the back of your Mother's Day wreath when you give it to mom and date it and everything so your mom knows when she got it, and you make it really, really personal. You also can put your business card and tape it to the back. So if you're selling at a craft show or you sold online, definitely put one on the back, because sometimes, you know, a customer's friend comes over or family, and the person absolutely loves their wreath and their friend wants one. All the customer has to do is flip it over and your information's on the back. And we also, stickers. I used to do stickers on the back when I was selling mine. I would just put a nice sticker right here and with all the information. And it was an amazing idea. They're really, really easy to do, the stickers. You can make them on Vistaprint, or if you're not really good with computers, we have a few people, Affordable Wreaths. She does logo work, and she does do the stickers for you. So you can contact Chris Haas from Affordable Wreaths, and she will start helping you out. But most definitely, if it's a stranger that you're selling to, make sure you put something on the back, because more than likely they will not take it off. And if someone does want said, you know, sunflower or rose that person bought, they'll be able to tell their friend or wherever exactly where to get it. Oh, I forgot my glitter. All right, so I'm going to tap my glitter off. Actually, I'll just tap it on the table. And it's all, I don't know if you guys will be able to see that the wings are all sparkly now. Isn't that cute? So you can add whatever you want to your center and give it a little oomph. I really, really like the little glitter on especially when the sun's going to hit it. Their little wings will glitter. So again, you don't want to put Mod Podge over the lines of the wings, so you can make sure that you see that they have like the 4 wings. But it's just a really cute idea that you can do, and it doesn't take much to do it. So like I said, it was dry by the time I finished the outside of the wreath. Cool, eh? All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to make bows. And this is just, you don't have to do it this way. It's just, I made this I'll show you. I made this. I don't know if some of you seen it or seen me do this, but I made this very similar, almost exact same wreath that I'm going to do today with the ladybug stuff. And I love how it turned out. However, it's a little busy for me. So I really wish that I didn't put these tails in, because I'm one of those people that likes simple. I want the sign to be the star of the show, but it's really busy with all these ribbon tails. So I thought for the bee one, all I'm going to do is 4 bows, just like this, going on the inside of the wreath. And then I thought I would use some of these, I break them apart, in between the bows, and kind of sticking out. So I'm not sure how it's going to turn out. We'll see. But this is the exact same that we're going to do today, except for all these tails. And I did make a ribbon hanger, which really set it off. And again, there's your back. Very nice and clean. You don't have to cover anything. So this is what we're going to be doing, just not as busy. Like busy bee. All right, so to do the bows, you do not need a bow maker. These are very simple bows, okay? So this is what we used. If you guys want to screenshot this, I'll give you a chance. So you can screenshot it. We did 8 10 by 10 black. We did 8 10 by 10 yellow black. We did 8 10 by 10 white. And for the bows, I'm going to, for the 2.5 inch, which is this one I'm going to be using, we're going to do 4 pieces at 20 inches, 4 pieces of it at 14 inches, and for the 1.5 inch, we're going to do 4 pieces at 18 inches, and 4 pieces at, why did I put 16 inches? It's not supposed to be 16 inches. It's going to be 14 inches. Or no, actually, I want it smaller. It will be 12 inches. Sorry, guys. Okay. So the 1.5 will be 18 inches at times 4, and then 12 inches times 4. Okay? I got these bumblebee picks. I believe I got them at Ranch House Wreaths. I did get them a while ago, like, you know, probably right after Christmas. So I got these bee ones. I got this really cute flower, some of these, that kind of bumblebee inspired. So we're going to take apart some of this and just see how it looks. Again, I don't want it to be really, really busy, even though it's a bee wreath, so busy bee. Because the more picks and stuff you add, the more your wreath is going to cost to purchase as well. So you have to keep that in mind as well. Okay, so let me go around. I'm just going to pull out my petals to make sure all of them are in the correct place. Okay, so on the back, I'm just going to show you, we're going to go every 4th set of holes on row 2 is going to get a bow. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean. So if you can see my ladybug one here, there's 4 bows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I know there's a lot of other stuff, but where I did it is right here. So this is the center. So I started right to the left, the first hole to the left from the center. And then you count over. So there's a bow here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another bow here. Just double check. Wait a second. Where's these bows? Let me just double check. Okay. Bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be a bow right there. And there is. 1, 2, 3, 4. There should be a bow right there. So, because there's 16 holes, if you count every 4, that's where you're going to put a bow. I'll just put this down over here. And to make the bow really simple, so we're going to take out our measure buddy. And like I said, for the 2.5 inch, we need 4 pieces of 20-inch ribbon. So let's see how much we have on this left on this roll. We need 20 inches. So 20 inches is going to be number 1 pulled all the way out, because number 1 is up to 14 inches. And then if you pull number 2 out, we got from here to here is 20 inches. Okay, so we do have enough for 1. Oh, actually for 2. I'm surprised. So that was just an almost empty roll. So I need 2 more pieces of 20. my gosh, it's so cute. I just caught my eye. I really, really just love the glitter on their wings. That little bit of glitter and Mod Podge, it made such a big difference. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have it down here and it kind of caught my eye and it's like, oh my gosh, that's so cute. All right, so I need 2 more pieces of 20 inch. So you're gonna put your ribbon in and we're just gonna go around once. Cut it off the roll and cut it down the center. All right, so we got 4 pieces at 20 inches. Now we need 4 pieces of 14 inches. So what you're going to do is you're going to close number 2 and extend number 1 all the way out, and it is 14 inches. And you can see the increments right on the measuring tool. Okay, so we need to go around this 4 times. So that this right here is 1 piece of 14, 2, 3, 4. And this is where the Measure Buddy comes in really handy, because we have all kinds of increments that we're going to be, or like measurements that we're going to be doing. And normally I'd be looking for different pieces of wood or cardboard. With the Measure Buddy, it's right there. You just move the arm in and out. Okay, so we got 4 pieces. So that's our 2.5 inch done. All right, so the 1.5 inch, we're going to do a little bit smaller. So this one we did 20. So I'm going to do 4 pieces of 18 inch. So we're going to pull out number 1 and then number 2, bring it out till you see the 18. So from here to here is 18 inches. Now there is clips on the Measure Buddy. You can use them, you don't have to use them. They're just to help you hold the ribbon. It does come with 2 clips. And when we package them, we put both clips on the body of it. One is just an extra because there is an indentation here that the clip fits into, and it stays in that spot with the 2 lines here. We did put one down here. I've seen a lot of people using both clips, so that is totally up to you if you want to use both clips, but however, you don't have to. It's just an extra one. So we need 18, we need 4 of these. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it does have at the end here, it's got a shelf kind of, so you can put your scissors in there and cut it right at the end. You can slide it off now, or you can just stick your scissors in and cut it at the end again. So there's our 18 inch, and now we need 12 inch. So we'll close number 2, and then we'll push number 1 down to 12 inches. So there's notches in it, and once you push it, it stays right in there. It's pretty well constructed. So, and we need 4 12 inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So just cut it off, and we're done with our ribbon. Okay, and then when you're done, close it all up, and then I just keep it in with my zip ties here. I just put it in my little container. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to be using zip ties again in a shared hole. So like I said, on the back, I'm going to be putting a bow here, so it's just 1 set of holes to the left of the center one here. So that's the hanging holes. So I'm going to put one here, and then I'm going to count 4. 1, 2, 3, and put one here. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. One's going here. 4. You could even put a little dot with a Sharpie marker on the back to indicate where you want to put your bows ahead of time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we're good to go. So you can see our zip ties are in there. Oh, you already almost lost your measure buddy. Uh-oh. Yeah, we have a lot of people buying like 2 or 3. Which makes sense if you craft at home and then you have like a studio or something, or a she shed. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a piece of the 20-inch. I'm going to do a piece of the 14-inch of the daisy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this in half, because I just want to find where the center mark was. So I know it's hard to see, but there's the center line here. And what I'm going to do is just take this side and about an inch past that center mark. And then I'm going to take the other one just an inch past this overlap here. Okay. And when I do the bow, the seam of that is going to be facing down towards the board. And I'm just going to pinch in the center of that bow, just like that. Okay. I'm going to take a clothespin here and just clothespin it. This is going to be the tail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half. I'm going to dovetail these. So I folded it in half, folded it in half again, and I'm going to cut from the folded part right to the corner. And you have some perfect V-tails, dovetails. And now we're going to do the same for this 1.5 inch. So you're going to take your 18-inch piece, fold it in half. When you see the halfway mark, you're going to just take your ribbon and go about an inch past that center fold, and then an inch past the end of the other side. Scrunch it, and I'm going to put that on top of that, and then I'm going to do the same for the tails with dovetailing it. So fold it in half and cut from the folded part to the corner. Okay, and these are our tails. So when we put these two together, so the 1.5 is just a little bit smaller. So I'm going to fold it over so we can find our halfway mark. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tails, and where I have the middle, where I folded it over, I'm just going to scrunch in the center, so you have your tails are like just like this. I'm going to fold it upward, and take the rounded part or the folded part, put it in the zip tie just like that, and then the center where I pinched these two bows, put it right, you don't even need glue or anything, right over top of your zip tie, and zip it up. Okay, now you can make sure everything's where it's supposed to be and even before you tighten it up. This is going to look so pretty. And then once you're good to go, pull it. I always have a pair of needle nose pliers close by because my hands are always slippery. and then cut your zip tie tail off. And then eventually we're going to poof these up, and with all the 4 bows, what they're going to do is cover the inside of the board. So that's why I said it's kind of a flower and it's kind of a wreath. Different. It's just very different. But as you can see, I didn't use a ton of supplies. So, and we're going to do the same. Again, we're going to take our 20-inch piece. I need bigger space to work. These wreaths get pretty big. Okay, again, I'm going to fold it in half. So I see my halfway mark. Just go over about 1 inch past that halfway mark. Again, on the other side, 1 inch. Scrunch it right in the middle, but make sure you see I have I'm overlapped, so I know that where I've pinched, both pieces are in that pinch. Put that to the side. Hit your small piece again. Fold it in half again. You're going to cut from the folded part right to the corner. That's our one tail. We're going to take our 18-inch piece of 1.5. Again, about 1 inch past the halfway mark and 1 inch past the overlap. Pinch it. Make sure that you have both in there. And I just throw it in a clothespin until I'm ready to use it. And now we need a tail. So we only need to do 4 of these. So it's really easy. What do you guys think? Is this pretty, you guys think you can do this? This is a pretty easy wreath. And the outcome is going to be so pretty. Simple, pretty, not too expensive. Great for a nice summer wreath. Okay, I folded it. I'm going to pinch it, turn the tails upwards, and press them down and make sure that they're both about the same size. Okay, take your tail and your bow part and put that right in the center of the zip tie and do it up. We don't want to tighten it until it's actually perfect, so you can fold it in half to make sure it is in the center. Oh, it slipped out. Tuck that one back in. I guess just really be careful when you're folding it in half because I kind of pulled the one side out. That's okay. Just tuck it in. There we go. And as you can see with these little bows, with the length that I did, they touch each other, so it's covering up any board that you see. Alrighty, pull it nice and tight. Now you want to make sure the zip tie head is not going to be seen, so I kind of pull the zip tie towards the back of the bow here and then snip it off, and the head is tucked down inside between the bow tails. Oh. It slipped out. So I'm just going to add a little bit of hot glue there. I don't know about you guys, I always have my hot glue on just in case I need it. So you might want to hot glue. I think I might hot glue the other two. Let's see. That way we don't have, there's not that chance of the actual ribbon slipping out. There, I fix. Okay, there's the 20-inch again. The zip ties will actually hide itself. I do have the picks here for this one because they are kind of translucent, so you you don't really see them. But for this one, I just put 4 daisies just over top, just the daisy heads, and it gave it a cute little whimsical feel. But so we're doing the exact same thing without all these other tails. So what you can do, if I'm going to, this is the half, I'm just going to put a little bead of glue just past the half and put the ribbon on, and again do the same thing over here, and that way it won't slip out. So there's one. I'll do the same here. Past the half, press it down, another little bead. You don't need a lot, it's just to hold the edges. Now you want the seam facing down when you go put it on into your wreath, because you don't want to see the seams. So fold in half again, cut from the folded part to the corner. We got some perfect dovetails. Oh, my dog's up there are playing. Okay, just put this on top. If you guys wouldn't mind pressing that little share button for me and sharing it on your personal Facebook pages, I would greatly appreciate it. That is why a lot of people, including myself, do Facebook Lives, so others can jump in and learn as well, just like you're doing. Yes, always use wired ribbon. It's pretty much rule of thumb when you're making wreaths. I don't know if I want to add pics. This is just so pretty and cute, like just like this. Very simple, like I said. I'm such a simple person. I don't like a lot of foo-foo, and I know there's a lot of people out there like me as well, so we'll put this on top, scrunch it in the middle. And then really can't tell that it is 4 separate pieces. So it's just an easy way to make bows, because you want them all similar in size. And then when you pull it, pull the zip tie head towards the back, so it's down in there, so you can't really see it. There's a lot of people like us. We like the simple. Sometimes less is more. And I'm kind of like that with everything, except jewelry. I do love my bling. Okay, we have one more to do. So this is just really a simple way to use the character boards. And it, like I said, it doesn't cost a lot of money to make one of these wreaths. And you get 3 rolls of mesh. You can make 3 wreaths exactly the same. Same with the ribbon. If you get 2 rolls of ribbon, it will do more than 3. Oh shoot, that was tails. This is the big one. When I used to do workshops, I would show people how to make bows like this, and I would just give them glue dots. And that worked really well as well. So they would just fold their ribbons over and put a glue dot. So I didn't have to give everybody hot glue guns. So just a little trick there if you guys are planning on, when the country opens back up, doing some workshops. Glue dots, you can buy them pretty much at any craft store or online, but they work amazing. What am I doing? That is the middle of the bow. First time, well, welcome. This is just one of our simple ideas, and if this is your first time, this is a really good one to start with, because it's, especially if you have some pretty ribbon and you just not knowing what to do with that pretty ribbon, it really shows off your ribbon nicely, and you don't have to use a lot of it. Yeah, this mesh is, it's not really popular in the stores yet, and it's kind of hard to find. It is called, they just called it wide strip. And I happened upon it by accident because I like to try different things before I buy them for my store. And when I started using it, I absolutely loved it. And it was like literally half the price of poly burlap. Okay, put these two on top. There we go. I will see if I can get a kit together for you guys. The only thing is, this, my very favorite flower daisy black ribbon here, it's very hard to find, so I cannot say if I made a kit it would be this ribbon, or even I'd have to figure out if this mesh is hard to find too. I'll see what I can do. We do have a Patriotic Eagle kit. I don't know if it's sold out yet, but I will be doing it in a similar, that kit similar to this one. When you glue it, it gets kind of thick in the center with the glue. So you gotta, there we go. Use a little elbow grease to pinch it. And the Patriotic kit that we have is actually the artwork of Wreath Wright. This is the center for the Patriotic kit, and I got some really cool ribbons to go with that kit. So this is actually an exclusive. It is sold out. I think I might have 20 more. I have to check with the factory in Buffalo. But this, it's a very vintage looking eagle, and it's hand painted. This was painted by artist Wreath Wright, and she sent me the original painting that I purchased that from her, and we turn it into a high resolution image and then make a vinyl sticker out of it. So that's kind of cool. You don't have to wait for an Wreath Wright sign. Pull this to the back. All right, our bows are done. Simple, but look how pretty. Now I do have these picks. And what do you guys think? Let's move all this. Isn't it cute just like this? So when you hang it up, it has the black leaves going around the outside, which is framing it. And then you got the black and yellow just peeking through of the mesh. Still kind of looks like a flower. And then you got the pretty ribbons, bows. Very simple. Now I do have, and I love the little bee. I don't know if you guys can see if the little bee glitter wings, so cute. Okay, so now I have these picks. Really love this flower. However, it's a little bit big. No, I have not done it. I'm going to be doing it Monday. Monday for those. So nobody will get it before Monday anyways, because they just got shipped out. This has got a big stem. Let me cut this. There we go. I'm just going to play. I don't know if I'm going to actually use it. It's really big. I'm not sure about that. Let's see these little bee things. This might be cute. Oh, that is adorable. I just kind of slid the bee in behind here. Let's see. Oh, I have to do that. It's so cute. What about this little... So it has little daisies on the spray. And these little black thingies. Let's see what that looks like. So if I put the bee there, or I can even put it the other row, row 1, sticking out. That is really cute. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm not going to use too many of these because I don't want it to get too gaudy looking. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this, this is the pick it came with these yellow and I'm not going to put too many of them. I don't think I'm going to use this flower. This is more for like a swag or something. Let's see. And I don't want to take away from how, you know, just delicate and dainty and pretty this is. But I want to add some whimsy to it. So the bees at the top and bottom. So I think I might put this bee and then this one. Yeah, it would look good on a bow hanger, wouldn't it? Where am I? I lost my wire cutters. Oh, there they are. So I don't know if they have any more of these left. I will have to check. I'll check for you guys. Really cute. They're just little styrofoam bee things. So if I put one there, and put one there, just tuck it in. I'll show you guys how I'm going to put it in. I'm just going to place it for now. Oh, these dogs. And these are really cute like that. I'm going to put them on row right behind the bee, but I'm going to put them in row 1 so they're kind of sticking out the side here. So I'm going to take a zip tie. I'm going to zip tie them in, but I'm also going to glue them as well. So I like to zip tie to make sure that they stay in place. So I'm going to put one here, and this is where the spray is going to go. So I'm just going to go, I think I might just go from this hole to this hole. Or you can also go right over top with the shared hole from here to here. So it's totally up to you. I'm going to try right there. I'm going to close it. And I'm going to take this spray that I cut down, And I'm going to slip it in the zip tie. And I'm going to zip tie it in there. I'm also going to glue it. So it's not going to come out if I zip tie and glue it. I know a lot of people just glue their picks and stuff in. I'd rather know that it's actually in there. And then, because they're wired, you can pull them. Right to the center. I squished my bows. Turn the flowers. Make sure you can see the flowers. There's 2 ball things here. Oh, those dogs. Somebody must be here. Alrighty, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the bee. I am going to zip tie the bee in as well. Okay. Right in front, I'm going to zip tie the bee. Now you can just glue them in. They're very, very lightweight. A lot of people just glue in their picks and stuff like that. I like to zip tie them in and glue them. That way I know it's actually in there. Okay. Hot glue just there. Okay, fix the petal and then remove the bee. Once it's in the zip tie, you can move it to wherever you want. We'll just kind of tuck him back underneath the bow here. And then we have this spray. Let's see how it looks. Oh, it's adorable. I'm doing it upside down, so I can't really see. But I lost my white daisy, so I'm going to cut it off because I really like it. And it's so cute. I think I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to glue it onto my sign. Or maybe I'll glue it up here. Yeah, I'm going to glue it right there. There, so now you can see it. Because it had it pretty low into the spray. Okay, so now I'm going to go across and do the same on the other side. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. It's perfect. We'll fix our petals. Alright, I think I'm going to go, I hate being too matchy-matchy, but because the bees are on top and bottom, it kind of looks cute with these ones. So this one's going that way, I'll have this one going this way. So again, I'm going to cut the spray down. So it comes in 3 pieces. So there's this part of the spray, which has the flowers and these bobbly things. Then it's got like the grass spray, and it's got 2 little bobbly things. And then it's got the, oh, and he's lost a ball. Oh, there it is. We'll have to glue his antennae back on. Made in China. There we go. All right. So this is called a bee daisy pick, 18 inch. I can give you guys the SKU. If you type in the SKU in Google and then go to images, sometimes you'll be able to find out who sells them. And the SKU is 62125YW. So we'll cut the V off. Leave a little bit of the wire on so we can put that into the zip tie. And then we'll cut this spray off. I'm going to take that daisy off again because it's a little far down. And then we'll cut, this one came off already. Alrighty. So let me pull this daisy off or cut it off. And I'll glue it so it's higher so you can see it. Okay. I'm going to go again just right here, and that's where we're going to put our spray. Oh no, we went between these two. Okay. So I'm just sticking in the zip tie, but I have the wires are going to be behind the petals there so you don't see it. Tighten it. Like I said before, you can just glue them in. You don't have to zip tie them in. I like to make sure that everything's secure. That way I don't have a customer or whatever, you know, phoning and saying, because especially with the hot states, the glue will soften and the stuff will fall off your wreath. Okay, and then move all these to the center. We'll zip tie our bee in. So again, I'm just going to take the wire that's connected to the bee, or the stem, put it through the zip tie, but hide it behind the petal. Zip it up. Put some hot glue in there so it's not going to fall off. And if the glue does melt, the zip tie is keeping it in. And then turn it. And then we'll put our bow stuff back. So it's just kind of tucked into your bow. Oh, Craft Outlet has them. Thank you very much. I think that's where I got it. And then we have our daisy. That is so cute. Not too much. And you can see everything. So you see your pretty mesh, your yellow and stuff. We have our bees, our little spray that's coming out. And you can move them around once you put it on the door. You can actually fan them a little bit. And there's our daisy bubbling. Bend this back a bit. Now I'm thinking something needs to go right here and here. Something small. This is what I have. Isn't that cute? I'm thinking maybe putting something here and here. I'm just going to go see what I have. I was going to use these flowers, but they're a little bit... Hold on a second. See if I fold this back a bit. Well, that's still, I think, too big. It's super cute. Let me see what I have. I have all kinds of little picks. Oh, I forgot I have these. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I have this pick too. This pick is almost similar, but look at the little bee faces. Again, this is probably from Hobby Lobby. No, actually, I got these at Ranch House Wreaths. 62131 YWBK. Look at this pick. It's a little bit bigger. It's got a big bee, a little bee, curlies, a big sun or daisy. Oh, this one's big. Oh, this is fun. Let's pull this one apart a little bit. Yeah, the flower I'll probably put in a swag, something bigger. Let me break this down. So there's this, which is really cute. See how it looks in there. Oh, wait a second. This might be really cute. Just see, I didn't want to get too much bee stuff in there. So I'm just going to use these little. All right, so I pulled it all apart and we'll have to piece it all back together. Open your picks up. Yeah, just a few little things, the curlies and the sprigs, yes. This is a really big piece. I don't think I like it. There. Perfect. Just want a little bit. So I'm going to put a zip tie. And I do it up. Keep it open though. I'm going to take these and tuck them in. There we go. Pull it tight. Put some hot glue on there and then I can pull it straight. So as you can tell, I'm just winging it here. Just giving you guys ideas. because picks are kind of fun. Give it a little bit of a whimsy feel without too much. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to cut this little daisy, or this little flower. And just put it right in the center there. So it just peeks out. There, so when you look at the wreath closely, you'll see all kinds of fun stuff in there. A little hint of green in there. I like this little hint of green here. So is it a flower? Is it a wreath? Nobody knows. And you don't have to put all this stuff in that I'm doing. You lost that little flower. It's not working there either. I know. I know. I'm going to do it like I did the white daisy and just stick it up here. Yeah, isn't it cute? Adds a little bit of dimension. There, I just cut it off and then I just added it onto this little green spriggy thing. And that way you can see it and it waves back and forth. So I'll put one over here and then we're done. Calling it done. And I think I love it. So there's our other one. Oh, and it's got a smaller yellow one. So we're just going to totally cut that right off again. Open up the green. Cut this off. It had too much green. I can't believe how cute this turned out. I had no idea what I was doing. I knew I wanted to do just the bow thing. I want the green in the back, so I'm going to just shove this in the zip tie behind the petals. Hit it with some glue. There we go. Put our petal back. Turn it up. And our little yellow flower. We'll glue on the little green things here so you can see them. And we're done. It turned out adorable. So the character boards are a lot of fun. You just have to play with them. And these are all wired, so you can move them and place them wherever you want. Well, that doesn't scream summer. I don't know what does. And of course, I'll get a better picture when it's on the when I have it on my door. But there we go. So simple, like I said, you don't have to add all these extra that I did. I just happen to have this stuff with me on hand. So I'll fix all these little whimsy things and once I take a picture and pull my petals. But it's really cute. Kind of don't like when they go straight out. I don't know you guys. There, that looks better when they're curved a bit. Okay, I think I'm happy. So we got some bees tucked in there and some whimsical things. I love it. It's really cute. Anyways, that's all I got for you. And I hope you guys have a great evening. I will post the SKUs for the mesh and the ribbons I used. The board is the Unique and Creek character board. And this is one of our vinyl inserts, and you can do this, you don't have to use the bee, you can do it with any, you can do any of your wreaths just like this. Simple, pretty, cute, flower wreath hybrid. Yeah, we got a new thing, a flower wreath hybrid. You've seen it right here first. Alright guys, take care and we'll talk to you soon. Bye everybody.